Student, today I am taking the class 10 Social Science History chapter 3 Nationalism in India. Now what we are going to study here, what happened in the First World War, Khilafat movement and non-cooperation movement, what is the Rowlatt Act, why non-cooperation. Now see this. Now as you know, in the modern nationalism in Europe came it to be associated with, do you know how they form the states? So it also means that change in people's understanding to who they are and what define their identity and sense of belongings. So a new symbols, after that a new symbols and icons, a new songs and ideas forged, and it makes a link to redefine the boundaries of the communities. So in most of the countries now people start making national, they want to make their own national identity, and it was a long process. It was not happen in one day. How did this consciousness emerge in India also? The peoples, all the Indian peoples, they unite together and they fought for the struggle of the freedom in India. That we are going to study here. See, India, as you see, as in Vietnam, many other colonies, the growth of modern nationalism is now connected to anti-colonial movement. How this will be, a new modernization will be developed because some anti-colonial movements. People began discovering the unity in the process of their struggle with colonialisms. The sense of being oppressed under colonialisms, and they provide a shared bond that how they tied many different peoples groups together. But each class, do you know, and groups, they felt that there's an effect of colonialisms differently. Do you know? Their experiences were very different and their notions of freedom were not always the same. All are having differ. So how this will be happen? Do you know the Congress under Mahatma Gandhi tried to force these groups together with one movement, but the unity did not emerge without any conflicts. It will be not easy to unite the peoples. So we will study here in this class 10 from 1920, and we study the non-cooperation and civil disobedience movement. How the Congress sought to develop the national movements, how the nationalism captured the imagination of the people, and what is the First World War, Khilafat movement and non-cooperation movements. That we are going to study in class 10. What happened during First World War? The First World War in 1914, and it created a new economic and political situation worldwide. Everywhere it will be, after that it will be changed. During that time, what happened during World War? Taxes increased, increases in prices of food grains, heavy rents, etc. So these conditions led to extreme hardship for a common people. It was very difficult for them to live. So during that time they forced recruitment in army. It caused a widespread anger among the peoples. So after the war, when the war finished, Indian industries faced heavy loss. People suffered in acute shortage of food, and during that time one epidemic disease spread, that is influenza. So all these problems created during that time. In such a critical situation, during that time a new leader, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, with his novel vision, came in India in January 1915, and how the situation changed, that we will study here. See this. Idea of Satyagraha and its application. How this idea of Satyagraha emerged and how it will be applied. See, Mahatma Gandhi, when he returned in India in January 1915, do you know, he had come from South Africa, from where he had successfully fought the racist regime on the base of race to control that with a novel method of mass agitation. Lots of people joined him and which he called Satyagraha. The idea of Satyagraha emphasized the power of truth and need to search for the truth. He adopted Satyagraha. It suggested that if the cause was true, what the Gandhiji think? If the cause was true and if the struggle was against injustice, then physical force was not necessary to fight the oppressor because the truth will be win. So Gandhiji adopted Satyagraha without seeking any vengeance act of harming or being aggressive. The people behave in angry way and a Satyagrahi could be win the battle through non-violence, ahimsa. This could be done. How it will be done? This could be done by appealing to the consciousness of the oppressors. So people including oppressors had to be persuaded to see what is the truth instead of being forced, the people to force to accept truth. That was bound ultimately true. Mahatma Gandhi believed that this dharma of non-violence could unite all Indian peoples now. What the Mahatma Gandhi? When Mahatma Gandhi arrived in India, Mahatma Gandhi successfully organized this Satyagraha movement in various places. In 1916, he travelled to Champaran in Bihar to inspire the peasants to struggle against the oppressive plantation system because the colonials, they are too much forced these peoples to grow indigo in their field. So it was very difficult to them to survive. They are not getting good amount of money and there is a problem of crops. Then in 1917, he organized a satyagraha again to the peasants of Kheda districts of Gujarat. Why? Because their the crop will be affected. It will be failed due to drought conditions and some other reasons. And during that time, one disease, that is plague, it emerged. So the peasants of the Kheda, they could not able to pay the revenue and they want the relaxation of this revenue. So in 1918, Gandhiji went to Ahmedabad to organize a satyagraha movement amongst cotton mill workers. So in this way you have seen how he organized the different satyagraha movement. First in 1916 in Champaran in Bihar, 1917 in Kheda districts of Gujarat and in 1980 in Ahmedabad. So in this way this satyagraha will be successful and people unite together and they fight for it. Next, Rowlatt Act. How this act will be introduced in India? See, and what is reason behind that? See, the Rowlatt Act in 1919 was passed through the Imperial Legislative Council in spite of opposition of the Indian members. Why they passed this act? Because they oppose the Indian man. What is written on this act? Rowlatt Act give the government enormous power. They are having lot of power to repress whatever the political activities are going on during that time, how they will dominate them. According to this act, the political prisoners could be detained in prison. They will detain in prison for 2 years without any trial. Can it will be right? No. So Gandhiji wanted that non-violent civil disobedience movement, he will start against such unjust law. So which could be start with how this they started there? It could be start with Hartal on 6th April. During that time what happened? Rallies were organized in various cities. Workers went on strike in railway workshops. All the shops will be closed down. Alarmed by the popular upsurge, scared that lines of communication such as railways and telegraph would be disrupted by the peoples, the British administration they decided to clamp down to stop the peoples on nationalists. So some local leaders were picked up from Amritsar and Mahatma Gandhi barred to entering in the Delhi. They will not allow that the Mahatma Gandhi enter in the Delhi. So on what happened after that? So on 10th April, the police in Amritsar, they fired upon a peaceful procession. It provoked the widespread attack. So people being angered. So they widespread attack on banks, post offices and railway stations. Due to this, martial law was imposed after this situation and General Dyer took the command. What happened later? See, Jallianwala Bagh massacre, as you all know. What happened in this? On 19 April 1919, do you know? A large crowd gathered in enclosed ground of Jallianwala Bagh in Amritsar, Punjab. Some people came here to protest against this government repressive measure, while some came to attend annual Baisakhi fairs. That is why so many people assembled there. Many of them were unaware of the martial law that was imposed. They have no knowledge about that, what was in the martial law, and they are not aware of it. See, so what happened? General Dyer entered the area when these peoples were assembled there, and they blocked the access point because it is covered from the seaside, 3 sides and 1 point. So he closed and he opened fired on the crowd. So what happened? Hundreds of the people killed during that time. As the news spread that so many people will be died by this, so crowd took to the streets all over India. There was a strike or hartals and there was a clashes with the peoples and attacks on the government buildings, and the government responded with force to end the movement by humiliating and terrorizing peoples because they want to stop this. Satyagrahi was forced. What they done for this? They forced the Satyagrahi, they can rub their nose on the ground, crawl on the streets and do salam or salute to all sahibs. So people were beaten and villages were bombed. What happened later? See the next. Rabindranath Tagore returned in his knighthood and in protest for this incident. Mahatma Gandhi called off this movement. Why the Mahatma Gandhi called off this movement? Because when he saw the violence, because violence appeared everywhere, so he stopped this. Now, Khilafat movement. What is called Khilafat movement? As you know, during the Rowlatt Satyagraha, Mahatma Gandhi felt that there is a need to launch a more wide movement in India. So he can unite all the peoples together. Only little group will be not, if they fight, it is not. Because all the peoples will be fight together, then they will get freedom. So because of the Rowlatt Satyagraha is still limited, and mostly where the peoples are coming from, it is mostly in the cities and towns, and others are not came together. But he was certain that no such movement could be organized without bringing Hindus and Muslims closer together. That is the main reason. So one way to doing this, he felt he will take this Khilafat issue. So what happened with that? Both Hindu and Muslims will be joined together. What happened in this Khilafat issue? The First World War had ended, do you know, with the defeat of Ottoman Turkey. And there were rumors spread that harsh peace treaty was going on to be imposed to this Ottoman emperor. He was the spiritual head of Islamic world called Khalifa. So the Khilafat leaders put pressure on the British government to give the better treatment to Turkey. Do you know, to defend these Khalifa temporal powers, the Khilafat Committee was formed in Bombay in March 1990 because they want to support this. So a young generation, Muslim leaders like Muhammad Ali, Shaukat Ali, they began starting discussing with Mahatma Gandhi about the possibility of a united mass action on this issue. So Gandhiji saw this is an opportunity to bring how can bring Muslims under the umbrella of unified national movements. So at the Calcutta session Congress in September 1920, he convinced other leaders also to need to start a non-cooperation movement in support of Khilafat as well as for Swaraj. So in this way, with this Khilafat issue, Gandhiji tried to unite all these peoples together. Mahatma Gandhi proposed a strategy to implementation for the movement. What they will do so the movement will be successful. First, the movement had to begin with what the peoples can do. They can begin surrenders of the titles, honors and honorary posts by the peoples. So the peoples who got some titles and some posts, they got honor posts, they all resigned from. Next, they plan to shun or boycott all civil services, army, police, British courts and legislative assemblies, schools and college and British courts. So people they resigned from these services. The British goods were to be replaced. He told the people the British goods will to be replaced and domestic goods to be adopted. Or Swadeshi, he promoted the Swadeshi to promote the native cottage industries of India. Next, in case of government suppression, civil disobedience will be launched. If they suppress, so they will launch this civil disobedience movement. After a lot of debates, the non-cooperation movement was adopted by the Congress during the Nagpur conference in December 1920. Under Mahatma Gandhi leadership, this non-cooperation Khilafat movement began in full force and all the peoples unite, and in this way this spirit developed. Question comes, why non-cooperation? See, in January 1921, the non-cooperation Khilafat movement started. During that time, various social groups participated in the movement and their own specific aspirations. See this, movement in the towns. This movement started with the middle class participation in cities, students, teachers, they left government and controlled schools, and lawyers left courts. The effect of non-cooperation movement on the economic front and were dramatic. People rejected of foreign clothes and goods. As a result, what happened? The production of Indian textile mills now again went up, and handlooms it will be went up. Next, this movement gradually slowed down. It slowed down a variety of reasons, like why it will be not successful, because khadi cloths, it was too much expensive and it was not suitable for the poor people and those who had resigned from this, and no alternative institutions were set up. So again they have to go back. So the teachers and students, finally they had to resume their studies and jobs in government schools. Lawyers joined back in the government courts. Now that we study what happened in the towns and cities, now we are other peoples, those who are rebellion of the countryside, how they fight. See this, from the cities the non-cooperation movement spread to the countryside. Do you know, in Awadh the peasant movements developed under the leadership of Baba Ramchandra. See, these peasant movements demanded the reduction. Why these movements start? Because they want to reduce this revenue abolition of beggar and social boycott of oppressive landlords. Now, because they are too much dominated by these groups. So in many places, bandh were organized by panchayat to deny the service to landlords of even barbers and washermen. In June 1920, Jawaharlal Nehru, started going around the villages in Awadh, talking to the villagers and trying to understand their problems. So what happened by October, the Oat Kisan Sabha, it was set up and it was headed by Jawaharlal Nehru. Now Baba Ramchandra and few others with a man, over 300 branches had been set up in the village around the region. So what happened later? As the movement spread, the house of Talukdar, they are called Indian landlords, and merchants were attacked by these groups. Bazaars were looted and grains hoards were taken over. Interpretation of Swaraj by tribal patients. How these tribal patients done? See, tribal patients, they interpreted the message of Mahatma Gandhi and idea of Swaraj in another way. The method is different. See, they thought that Gandhiji had declared that no tax were to be paid and land was to be redistributed among the poor. So, in Gudam Hills of Andhra Pradesh, what happened there? See, a militant guerrilla movement spread under the leadership of Alluri Sitaram Raju. He inspired by the non-cooperation movement. Raju talked the greatness of Mahatma Gandhi and persuaded people to wear khadi and give up drinking according to Gandhian ideas. But at the same time, he believed that the India could be liberated only by the use of force, not by non-violence. Now next, the Gudam rebels, what they done, what these rebellions done, they attacked the police station, attempted to kill British officials and carried on guerrilla warfare for achieving Swaraj. Do you know Raju was captured and he was executed in 1924 and gradually he became the folk hero. Now, Swaraj in the plantation. What happened in the plantation? Workers, they adopted the Swaraj. See, for the plantation workers in Assam, freedom meant, what is the mean freedom to them? Because the right to move freely in and out in area confined by Inland Emigration Act of 1859. What is written on this law? Under this law, plantation workers were not permitted to leave the tea gardens without one permission. They were not permitted to leave these tea gardens, and in reality they were really begun to search permission and they are not getting permission. So that was a hard condition for them. When they heard about this non-cooperation movement, they left the plantation and headed home. But they never reached the destination and they were caught by the peoples and brutally beaten up. So in this way, they also started a movement, but their movement was not successful. So yes, now today what we studied, how the nationalism spirit developed, how the Gandhiji adopted Satyagraha movement, how he launched the Satyagraha movement, what happened in the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, what is the Rowlatt Act, how this feeling of nationalism will be emerged in the towns and what happened in the countryside. Now the next class we will study non-civil disobedience movements and other. Thank you.